the tension it can create between two people who we care, between people we care about most. Now, we all know that money is very necessary, but it's also emotional. I mean, it carries expectations, insecurities, and sometimes even shame. And when couples, friends, and also families don't talk about it openly, what starts as a small stress can slowly grow into resentment, arguments, and hurt feelings. And I was telling you a while ago about two individuals who actually suffered this, and I'm sure you listened to that. We're going to get deeper into the conversation very soon. And so, whether you are dating, whether you are living together, or you just want to avoid money related conflict with your loved ones, please, this is a conversation for you. I have joining me now Daniel Lamte. He is a relationship coach and he's going to help us have this conversation this morning. Hi, Daniel. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, bro.
Daniel,
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you too?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you.
All right, great
And
to
a very good morning to your listeners this morning.
sure. Right, great to have you this morning. So, let's get into the conversation. First of all, why do you think money is such a common source of tension in relationships?
Kindly come again. Kindly
I
come
want to
again.
know why you think money is such a common source of tension in relationships.
Well, our lives and in our relationship.
Hello,
First of all, in business terms, we see money as
hello, hello, Daniel. Hello, Daniel. All right, I think we're having some technical issues there, and so we'll try and see if we can get Daniel back on the line so we can continue the conversation. So we're going to try to talk about, we'll try to diagnose the problem itself, and then we can talk about some practical and actions that practical things that you can do to actually save yourself from all the tension that money brings, the stress that people actually go through as a result of money in relationships. And then maybe we'll touch on some conflict resolution as well. And then you're also free to join the conversation. I always say that it's a very interactive show, so feel free to send us a WhatsApp if you are listening to us this morning. If you have any questions, you have any comments, please share with us on our social media platforms. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and X at ZFMGH, and also on YouTube at Z Multimedia. You can send us a WhatsApp on 0544 321019. 0544 321019. I think I have Daniel back on the line now. Hello, Daniel. Hello. All right. I think I still don't have him. So we will try and see if we'll keep trying to get him on the lines, and then we can continue. Please don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back to the Business Breakfast on Z101.9 FM. I think I have Daniel back on the line. We're going to get into our conversation now. Hi, Daniel.
Hi.
Yeah, good to have you now. Yeah, so I was asking that why is money such a very important aspect of relationships, and why is it a common source of tension?
Well, like I said, the common factor here is value. So when it comes to dealing with relationships, it's a matter of people that we value so much. And when it comes to money as well, it's also borders on values. What people see as money. Like money can buy any form of value. If perhaps you go to the boutique and you really want to buy something, it's the amount of money you have determines the value of goods you are going to buy. And when we talk of money, it is actually tied to our survival, the security, our lifestyle, even the power that we have. Once people feel financially unstable, their emotions as well are threatened, because these are two common things. Yet there is a point of instability there, and once the instability comes in with money, it affects the emotional aspect. So you will notice it will bring issues like fear, issues like shame. You become insecure because you feel, well, you are unable to provide, you are unable to get what would make the person even feel value, or even to make the person value you. So it's whether too much of it, a little of it, becomes conflicting in our relationships.
But in your experience, which types of relationships are mostly or are most affected by financial stress? Is it the romantic ones, friendships, family, or business partnerships?
Unfortunately, it cuts across everywhere. So you talk about family. Most often, where the disappointment comes in is when you expect, or the value you place on the people that you have these issues with. Mostly, we place value on our spouses, that you expect them to understand us when we have issues, financial instability, when we are down with cash, when you are down with money. Unfortunately, because it is linked to our survival, it is very difficult marrying the two. So just imagine you love someone so much, and you are getting or making the person go hungry. It definitely affects the person. Just imagine you have a business partner, you are supposed to contribute to get an asset, and one is unable to contribute. And you see, even for business, sometimes the guidelines are so clear that, okay, so it's in percentage, it's in shares. If you are contributing 80%, that means your revenue, or whatever response you are getting, return on the investment, is going to be on those percentage basis. So sometimes, even with businesses, we are able to clearly cut out those things because they are clearly spelled out. But when it comes to romantic relationship and family relationship, it becomes very, 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 very difficult cutting out the difference, or how to stress it. So let me say, family and romantic relationship becomes the most difficult aspect when it comes to dealing with money.
I see. Right. Let's try and diagnose the problem itself. Now, we see couples actually fight about money sometimes. They want to do some 50-50 things. Somebody says I do 70-20 and all of that. But the argument is not really about money. Why does that happen?
So the argument, it still boils down to what you want to do, because at the end of the day, whatever you plan to do, you need to get it executed. It's also about just understanding each other. So I'm glad you even introduced the percentage bit of it. Once we deal with money or monetary contribution in terms of absolute values, you realize we have issues. So, for instance, we want to, let's say, you want your spouse and yourself wants to build a house. Definitely, there will be disparities in the forms of salaries that you take. So, let's say one is taking 1,000 cedis, one is taking 2,000 cedis. We cannot say, okay, let's contribute 500 cedis each. Once you mention it on the face value, the absolute value, that means one is contributing 50%, the other person is contributing 25%. So the issue is, when it comes to those issues, the best way, deal with it in terms of percentage bits. So once it's in percentage, we tend to understand each other more. So if it is this, you are taking 25%, okay, you're also taking 25%. At the end of the day, we know 25% of your money is gone, and not the absolute value that is gone. You don't feel embittered, or you don't feel bitter about how it goes. And I think the best way is just to deal with the value percentage bit.
All right. No, so what are the most common money issues that couples or friends argue about?
It's usually one feels cheated in terms of contribution. So it starts from the contribution aspect. Let's say we are buying. What's the commonest thing that's between both friends and families? Okay, we are
We can
going
do
out.
rent. We can do rent.
Okay, rent. So we are renting. We know at the end, our rent comes at the end of the year, and then one gives an excuse. So I've not been paid. My salary is not enough. And you see, this arises from the issue of planning, because most often we as human beings fails to plan because we mostly over rely on the other party.
Hello? Hello? All right, I think we lost Daniel again. We'll try and get him back, and then we can continue the conversation. But I mean, he's saying that the money issues in relationships actually cut across all kinds of relationships, whether you are as a boyfriend, I mean, romantic relationship, or as a normal friendship, even family. He says that even family, these are issues that we have to deal with. And so we're going to still talk about how you can have genuine money conversations without actually making the other party feel bad, and how you can actually go around all of this. And so it's a very important conversation. Please, if you want to join us, feel free to send us a WhatsApp on 0544321019, 0544321019, or you can call me on 0303956641, 0303956641, and then I give you the opportunity to speak to us this morning. We're streaming live on Facebook at ZFMGH and also on YouTube at Z Multimedia. Please do well to drop a comment on any of our live streams, and we will read them for you here. So that is that. The show continues. We're going to get into other parts of it if we're able to get him back on the line now. But please keep enjoying this one, and we'll be right back.
Is it okay if we take it to Nigeria tonight? Come on.
All right, thank you very much for staying with us right here on the Business Breakfast on Z101.9 FM. Unfortunately, we lost Daniel Lamte. He is a relationship coach, and unfortunately, we lost him. And we currently have joining us Counselor Frank Edem Adofoli, and he is going to help us do justice to the topic. And now, Doc. Hey, did I call you Doc? Counselor, good.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I hope you're doing well, sir.
By the grace of God,
right,
you're doing very well.
Right, we thank God. We haven't spoken in a while.
Yes.
Good to have you back on the show. All right,
Thanks for having me.
All right, great. So we're talking about money. Really, money creates a lot of tension in relationships, and it's not just limited to even couple. Romantic relationship, or it cuts across whether business friendships, business partnerships, family friendship, and all of that. Any kind of friendship at all goes through a lot of strain because of money. I want to know why that happens.
All right, money is very important in every aspect of our life. This morning, you wake up, you realize that everything that you've done, couple of things, you spend money. But you need money to buy water. Please, you need money. So money affects every aspect of our life. Understanding money, how to use it, how to manage it as a resources. It's not everybody who have that perception or understanding. And again, your understanding may differ from somebody's understanding. So what you see money, how you see money is different from your friend or your partner or a family member. Just because of differences in understanding can really create problems for us or conflict for us when it comes to money. So when you see people having conflict or misunderstanding about money, it's not just the word money or the currency, but it speaks about people's behavior. It speaks about people's psychology, how they understand money, how the money means to them. To some couple or some friends, it's about security. I need money to see big, so I'll buy a big car, get a bigger space. To somebody, money is for, luxury. If I get money, then there are certain lifestyle I will live. So money speaks to us in a various ways. But we need to understand that. If we don't understand that, it's a problem. And also know that money is very important. So every aspect of our life, money has a role to play. And which role it plays is also important. So it will be trust, openness, transparency, and also tells you how effective and efficient you are, how you manage it. Also speak volumes about your life as well.
So you are saying that based on how people see money, that is actually what causes it causes tension in relationships, isn't it?
How they see it, how they understand it. Yes. So me and you, it's money, but based on what we want to use the money for, will tell us how we understand the money and how we receive money.
Right.
So anytime you see people having conflict or misunderstanding about money, and the core thing is not just money. There's a certain underlying factor. And if you listen more, you ask more questions or probe, you get to understand why they are having this particular misunderstanding. And it won't be the same, because for Mr. A or Madam B, the perceptions are different based on the understanding.
Okay, I see. And I was asking just before we lost Daniel, I was asking him which types of relationships are most affected by financial stress. Is it the romantic ones, friendship, family, and or business partnerships?
Businesses need money to run, but when people are running businesses, they don't just start businesses. They come with their dreams, visions, statements, and come up with even their plan on how to execute these plans. So they know how much they need, what to do, and so on and so forth. So those understandings are clear even from a start. In terms of what we do as a profit, when we lose money, how we can even manage this shock or share profit, we have a better understanding. So it is clear. So doing business, they need money, but the issues of misunderstanding they are less because they have a clear path on what to do.
Okay. I see.
But when it comes to relationship and marriage or family relationship, there's no good conversation on that. So we don't have a clear understanding. So people's expectations are different. The lines are almost blurred. And you meet somebody now, you are studying the person for relationship or marriage, and you are asking the person about money. The person might even mistake that you are in because of money, not because you want to know me. You are in a family, and somebody is asking you money and say, hey, how much do you need this money for? What do you want to do? There's somebody saying, oh, you are questioning because I'm asking for money. But probably you want to know where the money is going to, whether it's a priority and whether you are willing to commit to it. We're not having this conversation. So when it comes to family, romantic relationship, there's more issue on money there because of me not having a good understanding and having that clear path on what to do with money and how to manage money. So business sense, we have less of trouble there. But when it comes to family and a romantic relationship especially, there's more problem.
Because they fail to have conversations around that.
Yes, so we don't have a clear path. We don't know where we are heading towards. But so you're in a car, you are going. You don't know where you are heading towards, where to branch, where not to branch. Just for somebody to get into the problem and say, you should have gone there, but we spoke about it.
Yeah.
But in the business, we know that we are investing in, and when things go well, this is what we earn. When things doesn't go well, this is what we do. Even profit, how do we share it? And so we have a good understanding on that.
We'll talk about how couples can start the conversation about money, because right now, from what you're saying, it is very important to have a conversation on that. Now, I want us to look at some of the things. Now, when it comes to relationships, in terms of romantic relationships, that is where we begin to see a lot more of that. Now, what are some of the warning signs that a relationship is starting to strain because of finances?
Understanding. So when one partner comes and says, the money is not enough, what are you saying? Why can't you manage this? Why are you having problem with this? But if we have created a budget which will list our line item for in terms of expenses, know how much we have at home or at hand to spend, and we look at the income minus expenses, whether we have enough or it is less, or help us review this budget day in, day out to see where the money is going. It gives us power, knowledge to know where the money is going, which one do we adjust. Because if we don't do this, other goals we set for ourselves in a relationship or in a family or in a marriage, we will be able to achieve those goals. Because whatever we are earning is coming from the same income, and we say 10% or 20% for a certain project. And whatever we have allocated for the house, if we are not be able to manage it effectively, then it means that we have to step on other monies, and we won't be able to achieve those goals. So somebody could stay in a marriage for certain years and say, look, this relationship has not gotten me anywhere. We've not achieved anything, and we are fighting. But what we need to do from the beginning, what we need to stick to, we're not doing those things. So we're having those issues. So I believe having this understanding is important. Let's talk about money, how much we earn, Yeah, what you bring to the relationship. Debt is also one thing that people don't talk about. There are a lot of people in the relationship, marriage, family, they own sorts of debt. They are earning, but the money is not enough.
Yeah.
Because they are servicing those debt. And some of them too are habits they are not proud of to talk about it. Some could be gambling. Some could be drink. Some a certain lifestyle. So the money comes in, but these lifestyles are taking all the money.
All the money, right.
So others will ask, hey, what do you do with your money? And you just receive salary just a week and you are broke. What happened? They don't want to talk about those lifestyle. These are the things they are hiding. So even in a relationship, in a marriage, people are hiding stuff like that. And it doesn't do well with the relationship. So we talk about our debt, our lifestyle, habits. And these are not easy conversations, so nice conversations to have, because you are afraid somebody will judge me. How they see me will change. The respect or value they place on me might change. Or they might even use this against me when we have conflict. So people would like to keep some of these things to themselves.
Oh, so right.
When we are doing that, we are keeping these secrets, we are hiding things, we are not transparent enough. It creates more tension in the relationship, and at the end of the day, we won't build trust.
Okay. So how should let's look at some practical ways. So how should they start the conversation about money?
They need to know that money is important in our life as a personal person. If you are not even in a relationship, we need money. And if we are going to get together, we need money. We just don't go into the relationship and talk about rules and responsibility. So I'll take this and you take that. But sometimes what you think you can take care of, when you start to realize that maybe your capacity in terms of finances, you might not be able to even afford that. So you start talking about money in the sense that this conversation is about us. It's not about you. It's not about me. Okay? It's not like I'm trying to look into your life and see whether you're responsible or not responsible, whether you earn more or you don't earn more. No. It's about how we can have a good relationship. Since money play a role, let's talk about money as a team. What money will do for us, and how best we can manage money so that we can be able to achieve that greater satisfaction or fulfillment we want in a relationship. That should be the first thing we have that understanding. And then we come clean to the table. We will start with our income, of course. Whatever we are doing, how much we are earning, let's talk about it. And the income, yes, somebody will mention, won't mention the take home. We just say, I'm taking around this figure. That's not enough. Okay, let me know how much I bring on board. You also know how much I bring on board. If I have any debt I'm servicing, we have a conversation about it. So this is what is left. If we know what to do with the money we have at hand. So when you're going to the market, I know I have 1,000 Ghana cedis. I won't go and be budgeting for 2,000 or 3,000.
Right.
So,
yeah, Councillor. So I want to know. So are you saying that partners or couples should actually be open about how much they earn?
Yes.
Okay.
Be open about it. If you are going to hide things like money, then we don't have a relationship. Because relationship where there are lots of secrets, we are not open, we are not transparent, we are hiding things. There won't be trust. There won't be trust. And then from the beginning, the foundation is not strong. It's like we are building a house or the relationship on sand. When there's a storm, it will come down. So if you are starting a relationship, that's why it's important to build certain friendships, start as a friend, that you are comfortable with the person.
Right.
It's that safe space. You can have a conversation without judgment. The person won't judge me, won't condemn me. The person will listen to understand me. The person could validate. So we don't rush into relationship. Unfortunately, we are rushing into relationship. So when there's that safe space, we are talking about money. I don't think twice. I'm not thinking that you are judging me. And the money we are talking about is about us in the relationship. So once we know how much we are earning, the debts we have, the savings, and so on and so forth, and we are starting life together, or we are together as a couple or family, how much we have at hand? How much money do we have at hand? What are we using the money for, or what are we spending the money on? Let's identify those things.
Okay.
What are the goals? So it's important because sometimes people come to the marriage, they have their own personal goal. Relationship, they have goal. Yeah. I want to go and do my master's in next 2 years or next 3 years. He's not speaking about it. The next time he has bought a phone, we have started the masters. I say, hey, but we didn't speak about it. But I know that I will do that. But we had a conversation that in the next 2 years or 3 years, this is what I'm going to do. Money comes from the same income. So how I'm achieving, maybe I'm saving towards that. So this is what I'm doing. You want to do the same thing, that is fine. If we can't do it at the same time, because that will put pressure on us, we have understanding that when I'm done, you start. It's always easier to work on these things when we agree on what to do. And we don't talk about it, we won't agree.
Yeah.
We don't talk about it, we won't agree. So when we are open and transparent about it, we talk about it, and then we agree on what to do. We follow through. If there's any change of mind, we come back to the same table, have a conversation about it.
Okay, Doc. I don't know why I keep calling you Doc. I think you should do a PhD soon. Anyway,
I'm on my way.
Okay, then then maybe I'm going ahead of. Anyway, so I want to know that when partners have unequal incomes, which I know it's a very big issue, what are some of the fair ways to be able to manage shared expenses?
All right. If you have unequal income, it's not good for you to go and say, hey, bring 1,000, I also bring 1,000. Probably what we can do percentage.
Okay.
Yes, because 10% of your money and 10% of my money is almost equal. Like, we know how much percentage we are taking away to whatever we are doing. It's also speak about a commitment, how committed we are to this relationship. So the fact that my 10% is bigger than your 10% does not mean that you commit more than I do. What it means is, if I had opportunity to earn less, as much as you earn, probably our commitment will be the same level. That is something that we need to have the understanding. Otherwise, somebody will say, oh, because I bring more in, I weigh that power. So I want to control the relationship. I determine what we do. Actually, my investment is bigger than yours investment. But when we are looking at it at the percentage, it is equal percentage in terms of what we are doing.
Right.
Again, let's also look at our skill set. So certain things, doing it is not difficult for you. It comes to you easier. And some certain things is difficult for your partner. And again, coming from our background, what we've seen our family, parents doing in terms of rules and responsibilities, some of these things have influenced us before coming to the marriage. So somebody will come in and say, look, I'm taking care of the bills. I'm paying the bill. And so I pay rent, and I pay utilities. So I want you to take care of the running of the home. People do that in a sense that because I think I earn more, and paying the rent is a lump sum of money. So going that direction is the best way. But the question is, if we go in that direction and your partner is not able to take care of day-to-day running of the home, then what happens? So it also comes back talking about we have a certain amount of money that is not equal in value, but when we are contributing a certain percentage to the household, this is what we want to use the percentage.
Right.
When we put it together, it becomes our money, not your money against other person's money, our money. So this is our money. This is what we want to do to take care of our relationship or our expenses. And that approach will be easier to go with.
All right. Okay, so because of our time, we have just like 4 minutes to go. I want to know, so what do you do when the resentment has already built up? For instance, you didn't have the conversation and you guys have already been having those challenges. What steps can a couple take to rebuild trust?
If you talk about it, don't act on the emotions. When people start building resentment, there has been a couple of disappointments because things didn't go the way they want. So resentment, we get to a place of even anger. So you may be happy in a relationship, but you have to talk about how you feel, what you are not happy with, and saying how to say it, how to speak about this, how to communicate it. It's one big problem in a relationship. So many times people mean communication. How do we communicate? Because what you are saying to you, that's not how somebody else is going to understand it.
True.
And the meaning they give to that is also different, and how they act or respond to that is different. So I always play with people. You're going to talk about how you feel, but when you're going to start, don't start from a place of anger. Okay? If you're not happy, you're angry. Probably anger is temporary or calm down, but there's not that place. You wait when you're angry, then you want to go and have a difficult conversation at that time. It will make sense. But when you are down, you are calm, don't ambush your partner. People will just ambush you. Let's talk about it. What would be the best time so that we can have a conversation about our finances? It's something that is on my mind, or I want us to have a conversation or share with you.
Okay.
You could ask for that time so that we have a time scheduled for that conversation, so we can dedicate ourselves to that conversation. Not when the person is doing something, you go obstruct the person, or the person is not ready for that conversation, then you want to ambush it. That would be not a good place. And when you start with you, and use the word we call the use of I statement. Talk about how you feel, how you see things. Address things from your perspective instead of trying to school your partner, trying to attack them, blame them, or criticize them. So I tell you, start with I. I'm not happy the way finances are going. That's different from I'm not. You are not responsible for the finances, or you're being reckless of this money. Or no, start with you, how you feel. Start with the I. Speak about how you feel, how you see things, and make suggestions. Don't just go and speak about how you feel frustration. Also make suggestions. And then listen, which is also important. Some people, they'll speak to you, but they won't listen to your response.
True.
Listen. Listen to understand, not listen to reply. It's not a banter. Reply is not the most important thing. Understanding your partner is important thing. So trying to find out whether you understand the person, trying to validate. Validation just to find out with them whether what I heard and what you are saying, we're on the same page. And then look for suggestions. Maybe what I'm suggesting might not be feasible, might not work for us. What do you also think? Or work for us, so that we can think together as a team. And engage, now that we've spoken about how we feel, if we have to apologize to each other, empathize with each other, let's do that. That can help to let go some of this resentment and can let go some healing, and then help us to see things differently. And whatever conversation we had, we need to revisit this conversation regularly. If young people wait until things go bad before we start talking about difficult conversation again.
Okay, right. Doc, thank you very much. I don't know if you have anything you would want to say before we go. Any final thing you want to say?
I'll just say that money is important in our relationship, every aspect of our life. So if we are going to work with another person, stay with another person, live with another person, please, it's important that you don't dodge the conversation of money. Talk about it heart to heart, open up, and know what to do, what not to do, and how you can work together. That will prevent a lot of conflict. That will also help you that when there's a conflict, resolving it is easier.
All right. Okay. Counselor, thank you so much for your time. I'm really grateful that you joined me this morning for this conversation.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Please do enjoy the rest of your day. All right. So that was Counselor Frank Edem Adofoli, and he joined us this morning to share his thoughts on share his thoughts on how you can make money help the relationship and not be an enemy to the relationship, because a lot of people continue to face certain tensions and stress and all of that because of money issues in relationship. And so we've had a great conversation. I hope you picked a thing or two and you're going to apply to your relationship. And this is not just related to romantic relationship, but any other relationship that you find yourself in. Money conversations must be had. That is what Counselor Adofoli just told us. And so please make sure that you have the conversations. And one thing he also said that actually is very good is that if you have to talk about issues, don't just go and rant and that is all. Say how you feel and make a suggestion. And I hope that will help you to have a better relationship. So that's how we wrap up today on the Business Breakfast on Z101.9 FM. We're back again on Monday for more interesting conversations. My name is Nitra B. Hammond. Until then, please take care of yourself. And when you think Ghana, think Z. Up next is an inspiring story from